guys, welcome back to yet another YouTube video. My name is Senzokuhle Dlamini, Senzokuhle Dlamini, and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we are going to be shooting a video about items that you need to take with when you're going to Res. It's a pretty informational video, so if you are first year or if you are returning back to university and you are wondering what do I need to have, what do I need to take, then you are the right person watching this video. Do make sure to click and subscribe, and also comment down below if you do have any question. Feel free to drop by on my social media platforms. They are available under the description below. Without any further ado, let's start this video. Okay, so a quick disclaimer before we start on this video. There are certain things that I'm going to be mentioning to you are purely my opinion. You do not necessarily need to bring out those things, but if you feel like you're going to need them as much as I do, then it's okay, you can bring them out. So yeah guys, let's start. Oh, and also I'm going to be using my phone to refer to on certain things that are here on the list, just so I don't miss out on more information that's written down on the phone. So I'll be looking down here just to see information. So firstly on the list, we're going to be talking about traveling. So the reason why I talk about this is because I get a lot of questions of what I used to travel to Cape Town. So I normally do travel by plane. Depending on the luggage that I take, I usually take a plane, or rather I travel by a bus. So I prefer for first year students to travel by a bus so that you can experience that nice time, and it's very much cheaper for you to pay your luggage when you're traveling by your bus compared to a plane. So you can bring as much luggage as you need on a bus. Yeah, and it's also safe, guys. Do check out the bus services that you need to book with before you apply, because there are others, I don't even want to mention names, but there are others that you are not supposed to go there. But yeah, the top two that you can find there. I usually travel by Cape. I've never used Greyhound, but I'm willing to try it some other day, I'm not sure. These are a must, so you need to have these things if you're a student. Also, I used to live at UNI Res, so at my previous Res we had a fridge, we had a microwave, a stove, and all those essentials that I'm going to tell you to buy now that you do need. So firstly, when you move into Res, you need to make sure that you have a fridge or a bar fridge. So those you can buy cash, or rather you can buy at the store, or if you can also check on returning or rather final year students that are selling their fridge, so you can also check up on them. I would advise you to also check on them because it's also in the similar space, so you are not gonna get charged for transportation, and also it's close by, and also it's much cheaper, not mentioning the cheaper price. You also need to get yourself a microwave. I'm gonna be putting a picture of things here if my voice is not audible enough so that you can see what I'm talking about. You also need a microwave. I mean, as a student, you need to warm up your food. Sometimes you're not craving to cook, so it's very much essential for you to have a microwave so that you can warm your pies, your noodles, something quick and time efficient. You also need a kettle, and you need an iron. Those are a must. You don't want to wear wrinkled clothes. You need to be a gent, you need to be a lady, so you need to wear proper clothing. And also you need a kettle for boiling water. You need to drink proper tea from boiled water. You need to drink proper latte and stuff. Make those things from your own. Okay, so another thing that I'm going to be advising you to buy is a stove. Preferably you can buy a two-place stove if you live alone. Depending on the kind of Res that you're living at, there are Reses that you wouldn't find a stove and other things that I've mentioned by. But if it does have a stove, then you are on the safe side. But if it doesn't, you might want to reconsider buying yourself a stove. Other people opt to buy an oven stove. It's a two-way thing. You can use it as a microwave. You can also use it as a stove to cook. You can use it as a microwave, you can also use it as a stove to cook. So preferably that one would be the best option for you to buy. And then lastly, under the kitchen appliances, I feel like you need an extension cord, particularly a one that is three-way. I'm going to put a picture in it how it looks if I'm not saying the word wrong. If I'm saying the word wrong, so you might want to get yourself a three-way extension cord. This can be used to plug your appliances and other things that you need. So you do need to have this because the university doesn't offer you this. You don't find this in the res. So now we are moving straight to the cookware. So under the cookware, there are certain things that I feel like I wrote here, but they are essential. You do need them because without them you wouldn't make a proper dish if you were planning on cooking, right? So I would advise to you that you have 2 or 3 pots, right? 2, you need to have a bigger pot and a smaller pot. A bigger pot can be used for starches such as your rice or pap, things that you know that you need a large quantity for them, and then the other one you can use it for making your sides or making your meaty items that you need to eat. So you need 2 pots. You need a non-sticker frying pan. It's not essential, but a lot of students do need to get that because they don't have time to cook heavy food. So a frying pan helps you so that you can fry your easy food, your eggs and stuff, and then you don't need to spend time washing dishes because it's easier to clean. Then you're gonna need a wooden stick. A wooden stick helps in terms of cooking your maize meal pap. So it helps, so you need to do that. But I've heard other people are familiar with cooking pap with a fork or a spoon. I don't know how you do it, but if it works for you, then you don't need a wooden pan. But if you need a wooden pan, then a wooden stick, then you can get one. Another thing that is essential are your spoons, your forks, your butter knives, and I think your teaspoons. You might get 4 for each because they easily get lost, particularly if you invite friends in your room or you host people or you take them to your friend's room, then they do get lost a lot. So other reses, they give you a cupboard, others they give you a drawer, but they give you a drawer. So depending on what you get, so you can make your adjustments there. And then what I'm going to advise you to also have, it's mugs, glasses, plates, bowls. So you need to have those. You can have them in 2 or in 3 depending on how many people you would want to host in your room, or they bring their own stuff. It's up to you, but I prefer that you have them in 3 or 2 so that when another one breaks you can easily access it because you have a spare one. Then you might also want to have lunch boxes for meal prepping, particularly that's for people who are meal prepping, right? Lunch boxes. And then you can use them to store leftovers on them, because as students we don't cook every day, so you need to make sure that you conserve the food that you have. So you cook large quantity of food so that the food can last you for longer. So that's why you need to have these containers so that you can store your food in them. You might also want to consider having a chopping board, or rather a tray. You can use this for when you're cooking things like cabbage or stuff, if you want to grate something on it, or maybe when you want to make bread and apply your things on the bread, then you can use the chopping board or things. Lastly, under cooking items, you might want to consider having a tin opener, or rather a masher. A masher, it's optional for people that don't like to eat pap and stuff like that. Then you can use it because you can easily make mash and other mashable vegetables. I have it because I don't like to eat pap mostly so that's why I would opt for mashable veggies. And then a tin opener, it's a must because you would want to cook fish and beans or other canned food one day, so that one is a very necessity. And then moving over to bedding, it's something that you would want to take with when you're going to the university because you might need it. You don't know when you're gonna arrive. It's either you're gonna arrive late at night or maybe, I don't know, but you do need to have it so that it's easily accessible to you, so that you can use it when you get to the room so that you can sleep. So on things under bedding that you might want to consider, it's a warm throw. It does come in handy, especially when you're taking naps, because as a student we don't sleep, we just take naps in between. So you might want to have a throw. So you might want to have ×2 pillowcases, standard pillowcases, and a comforter set of sheet. So a complete bedding, so you might want to have that when you're going to this. And then you might also want to consider having cleaning essentials. So these are things that you need to have with you. You can buy them when you get to your res, because you might want to need them to clean the res before you actually live on it, so that because you don't know if they cleaned the room. Okay, they might have cleaned the room, but just for you to be extra safe and not contact anything from that dress, so then you can bring your own cleaning products so that you can clean. The best 3 that I normally use, it's up here, so you can use them. Yeah, so those are the things that I would need you to bring for now. So under additional essentials that I feel like, yeah, you can have them, but I don't see a necessity in them, but I do have them. So 1, hangers. They are a necessity. Hangers and a washing basket, so you need to have those. Hangers normally come in a set of 5 or 10, but depending on you and how much space that you do have, you might want to consider buying an amount and a reasonable set of them. A washing basket is highly recommended. I mean, I've seen people who have survived the whole year without a washing basket. I mean, depending on what kind of a person you are, you might also want to have that. And then a sewing kit, because a lot of things happen, so you might want to fix something quickly or alter your trousers or something, so you might want to have that also. And then a weekly planner, a weekly or monthly planner. This is something that you might want to add to decorate your room. You don't need it, but you can make it yourself. You don't need to buy exactly like this one, but you can make it yourself. And then you can also have a shower basket or a shower bag, because sometimes your room is not included inside of it, doesn't have a shower, so you do need to go use a communal shower, so you might want to have something that you can use to carry that. And then lastly, which I feel like it's essential but people don't like it, are flip-flops. So you do need flip-flops, particularly for showering, especially if you are using a communal shower. There's a lot of germs, there's a lot of diseases that you can catch, so you need to ensure that you protect yourself from those things. So you do need to have yourself your flip-flops, so that, yeah, you free away from those things. And yeah, guys, I feel like that's pretty much the things that you do need when you're traveling to a res. Other stuff like your things that you need to have in terms of decorating your room and stuff like that, those are additional things, but based on these things that I've said and that I've told you about, I feel like you can live a normal student life with them. But if you want to be fancy, decorate your room and make it feel like home, then you can go an extra mile and buy things to decorate your room and stuff like that. And then, yeah, guys, I feel like that's it for today's video. But if you're looking for more items, or rather you want to suggest any items that you feel like I forgot, just drop them down on the comment section so that other people can know what else to bring and stuff like that. And yeah, guys, if you've gotten this far, thank you so much for watching today's video. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Please do recommend it to someone that you think it's going to be beneficial to. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Until next time, I'm not sure what video I'm going to be filming in next, because I usually tell you what video that I'm going to be uploading next, but I'm not sure. We will see where the direction takes us. But yeah, guys, if this video is out before matric get them matric results, well, I would like to wish everybody a good luck. And yeah, guys, see you soon.